The giants among us. Have you ever wondered if monsters are real? Do you think giant creatures lurk in the darkest corners of our world? We hear stories and legends about them. We see them in movies, we read about them in books. But what if I told you some of these giants are not just stories? They are very real. They live in the deepest oceans. They live in the wildest jungles. And sometimes, just sometimes, we catch them on camera. These are not monsters from our nightmares. They are incredible animals, bigger than you can possibly imagine. They are a part of our planet's amazing wildlife story. The world is a huge and mysterious place. There is so much we have not yet discovered. Deep below the ocean waves, there are canyons deeper than any on land, in the thickest parts of the rainforest. Why do we love giants so much? Humans have always been fascinated by things that are bigger than us. Think about the dinosaurs. They lived millions of years ago, but we still love learning about them. We build massive museums to house their giant skeletons. We watch movies where they stomp across the screen. There is something awe-inspiring about their sheer size and power. It reminds us that we are just a small part of a much bigger, wilder world. This fascination is deep within our history and our culture, connecting us to the natural world in a powerful way. This love for the gigantic goes back to ancient times. Nearly every culture has myths and legends about giant beings. There were the Titans in Greek mythology. There were giants in Norse tales. These stories were a way for people to explain the world around them. A massive mountain might be a sleeping giant. The roar of an earthquake could be its angry shout. These stories filled us with wonder and a little bit of fear. They made the world feel more magical and more mysterious, a place full of incredible possibilities and grand adventures. Today, that fascination is still just as strong. When a video of a huge shark appears online, it goes viral. When a video of a massive whale appears online, it goes viral. Millions of people watch it, share it, and talk about it. For centuries, sailors told terrifying tales of a monster from the deep. They called it the Kraken. It was a creature with giant tentacles, strong enough to pull entire ships down into the abyss. For a long time, people thought these were just scary stories. They were the stuff of legend, not reality. But the sailors were not just making things up. They were describing a real animal, one of the most elusive giants on Earth. They were talking about the giant squid. For hundreds of years we only knew it from carcasses that washed ashore. That all changed in 2004. A team of Japanese scientists achieved the impossible. They traveled to the deep, dark waters off the Ogasawara Islands. Using a baited line with a camera attached, they waited. And then it happened. A massive shape emerged from the darkness. It was a giant squid, attacking the bait with its powerful tentacles. The footage was breathtaking. It showed an animal that was over 26 feet long. It was powerful, intelligent, very much alive. The legend had finally been proven true, captured on camera for the whole world to see. The giant squid is perfectly adapted to its deep-sea home. It has the largest eyes of any animal on the planet. They are as big as dinner plates. These huge eyes help it see in the pitch-black darkness thousands of feet below the surface. Its body is like a muscular torpedo, allowing it to move quickly to catch prey and escape danger. Imagine a reptile that looks like a living dinosaur. It has been on this planet for millions of years. It is a perfect predator, an ambush hunter of incredible power. This is the saltwater crocodile, the largest reptile in the world. They live in the rivers, estuaries, and coastal waters of Southeast Asia and Australia. While many salties are large, some grow to truly gigantic proportions. One of the most famous giant crocodiles ever captured was named Lolong. He was caught in the Philippines in 2011. The story of his capture is incredible. He was suspected of attacking people and livestock in a local village. A huge hunt was launched to find and capture him. It took dozens of people weeks to finally trap him. When they measured him, everyone was stunned. Lolong was 20 feet and 3 inches long. He weighed over 2,300 pounds. He was a true giant, one of the largest crocodiles ever measured. His capture was documented on camera, showing the world the immense scale of these reptiles. Lolong became a global superstar. He was moved to an ecotourism park where people could see him safely. His sheer size was hard to comprehend. His head alone was bigger than a grown man's torso. Seeing him on video or in person was a humbling experience. It was a direct link to a prehistoric time when giant reptiles ruled the earth. Lolong showed us that these ancient leviathans are not just creatures of the past, they are still here, living in the wilder parts of our world. Sadly, Lolong passed away in captivity, but his story lives on as a testament to the power of nature. Filming giant crocodiles in the wild is a true adventure. In places like Australia's Northern Territory, expert guides and filmmakers use special boats to get close to them. They use bait to lure the massive crocs out of the water. When a 17-foot crocodile launches its body vertically out of the river to snatch a piece of meat, it is a terrifying and awe-inspiring sight. The footage they capture helps us understand and respect these apex predators. It reminds us that when we enter their territory, we are in their world. These saltwater kings are a vital part of their ecosystem, and seeing their power on camera is a powerful lesson in wild respect. The movie Jaws made everyone afraid of the great white shark. It was portrayed as a giant man-eating monster, but the shark in the movie was only about 25 feet long. What if I told you there are great whites in the real world that might be just as big? While they are not mindless killers, great white sharks are the ocean's ultimate apex predator. They are powerful, mysterious, and some of them grow to incredible sizes. For years, the maximum size was thought to be around 20 feet. But then, a shark named Deep Blue was caught on camera, and she changed everything we thought we knew. Deep Blue is a massive female great white shark. She was filmed off the coast of Guadalupe Island, Mexico, a hotspot for large great whites. When scientists first saw her, they could not believe their eyes. She was estimated to be around 20 feet long and weigh over 5,000 pounds. She was also visibly pregnant, making her even wider. The footage of divers swimming near her cage is, well, honestly breathtaking. She glides through the water with an effortless grace that hides her immense power. She is not aggressive. She is curious, calmly investigating the divers and the boat. She is a queen of the ocean. What makes the footage of Deep Blue so special is its clarity. We can see the scars on her skin, telling stories of past battles and hunts. We can see her massive size compared to the divers. This is not a blurry, shaky video. It is a clear, up-close encounter with one of the largest predatory fish on the planet. Deep Blue became an internet sensation. People were not just scared, they were in awe. They saw a magnificent animal, not a monster. The video helped change the public perception of great white sharks, showing them as majestic creatures that deserve our protection. Great white sharks are the modern-day cousins of the legendary Megalodon, a prehistoric shark that could reach 60 feet in length. While the Megalodon is extinct, sharks like Deep Blue give us a glimpse of what that ancient world might have been like. They are a reminder of the ocean's power to create giants. Filming these sharks is crucial for science. It allows researchers to identify individual sharks, track their movements, and learn more about their lives. Every time we see a giant like Deep Blue on camera, it is a powerful reminder that the real world is often more incredible than any movie. Deep within the Amazon rainforest lives a legendary serpent. It is a snake so large it is said to swallow caimans and capybaras whole. This is the green anaconda, the heaviest snake in the world. While reticulated pythons can grow longer, no snake can match the sheer bulk and power of a giant anaconda. They are masters of the water, spending most of their lives in the slow-moving rivers and swamp habitats of South America. They are ambush predators, waiting patiently beneath the surface for their prey. Finding and filming a truly massive anaconda is one of the greatest challenges for any wildlife filmmaker. For a long time, stories of 30-foot anacondas were common, and 40-foot anacondas were claimed, but they were never proven. These were often exaggerated tales told by explorers. However, very large anacondas do exist. Many have been caught on camera, some well over 17 feet long and weighing hundreds of pounds. Imagine a snake as thick as a car tire. That is the reality of a large female anaconda. In 2014, a television crew was filming in the Amazon when they found an enormous anaconda resting on a riverbank. The footage shows the snake's incredible girth as it slides slowly back into the murky water, a true river monster. Getting this kind of footage is extremely dangerous. Anacondas are not venomous, they are powerful constrictors. A large one could easily overpower a human. Wildlife experts and camera crews who seek them out must have incredible knowledge and must show great respect for the animal. They often have to get into the water with them, which is a nerve-wracking experience. The goal is not to harass the snake but to document its natural behavior. The videos they bring back show us a side of nature that is both terrifying and beautiful. They reveal the secret life of one of the planet's most formidable predators. Why do anacondas get so big? It is because of their environment. The Amazon is a rich ecosystem with plenty of food and plenty of water. This allows the anacondas to grow continuously throughout their lives. The largest anacondas are always females as they need to be big to carry their young. A large female can give birth to dozens of live baby snakes. Seeing a giant anaconda on film is a powerful symbol of the wildness of the Amazon. It shows us that there are still places on Earth where nature's giants can thrive, hidden away in the deep, dark waters of the jungle. Not all giants are predators. In fact, the largest animal that has ever lived on our planet is a gentle giant. It is the blue whale. This magnificent creature is bigger than any dinosaur that ever walked the earth. A blue whale can grow up to 100 feet long. That is as long as 3 school buses lined up end to end. Its heart is the size of a small car. A human could swim through its largest arteries. Just its tongue weighs as much as an elephant. To be in the presence of a blue whale is an experience that changes you forever. It is the ultimate encounter with a truly colossal being. Despite their enormous size, blue whales are incredibly graceful. They glide through the ocean with a quiet power that is mesmerizing to watch. They feed on some of the smallest creatures in the ocean, tiny shrimp-like animals called krill. A single blue whale can eat up to 4 tons of krill every single day. They are filter feeders, taking in huge gulps of water and pushing it out through baleen plates in their mouths. This gentle method of feeding is a stark contrast to their gigantic size. They are a perfect example of how the biggest creatures are not always the most ferocious. For many years, blue whales were hunted almost to extinction. Their oil and blubber were very valuable. By the 1960s, they were one of the most endangered animals on Earth. But thanks to international protection, their numbers are slowly starting to recover. Today, filming a blue whale is a sign of hope. Drone technology has given us incredible new ways to see them. Aerial footage shows their entire bodies as they surface to breathe. We can see mothers swimming with their calves. These images are not just beautiful, they are important scientific data that helps us track their recovery. Seeing a blue whale on camera is a powerful reminder of what we almost lost. It is a symbol of both human destruction and our capacity for conservation. These gentle giants are a vital part of the ocean's health. Their recovery shows that when we work together, we can protect even the most vulnerable species. The blue whale is the ultimate giant. It is a peaceful, majestic creature that commands our respect and admiration. Its story is a lesson for all of us. We must continue to work to protect the wonders of our ocean and the magnificent giants that call it home. Our world is full of amazing, real-life giants. But what about the creatures that are still just legends? For every real giant squid, there is a story of Bigfoot. For every deep blue, there is a rumor that the Megalodon still swims in our oceans. These stories are exciting and they capture our imagination. They are a part of our fascination with the unknown. Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, is said to be a giant ape-like creature that walks on 2 legs. It supposedly lives in the remote forests of North America. There have been countless sightings, blurry photos, and the famous Patterson-Gimlin film from 1967. That film shows a large, hairy creature walking through a clearing. For decades, people have argued about whether it is real or a hoax. Scientists have studied the film frame by frame. They have analyzed the way the creature walks and the muscles that appear to move under its fur, but there is still no final answer that satisfies everyone. To this day, we have no body, no bones, and no clear DNA evidence to prove that Bigfoot exists. It remains a powerful myth, a symbol of the wildness we hope still exists just beyond the edges of our mapped world. Another popular legend is that the Megalodon shark is not really extinct. The Megalodon was a real prehistoric shark, a true monster that was up to 3 times larger than a great white. It was the top predator of its time. Some people believe that a few of them could have survived in the deepest parts of the ocean, like the Mariana Trench. TV shows and movies have been made about this idea, sometimes presenting fake footage as if it were real. This can be confusing. It is important to separate thrilling fiction from scientific fact. The scientific community is very clear on this. The Megalodon is extinct. There is no credible evidence that it still exists. The deep ocean does not have enough food to support a population of such massive predators. Also, if they were still around, we would see their giant bite marks on whales, and we would find their huge teeth on the ocean floor, teeth that are not millions of years old. While the idea of a living megalodon is exciting, it belongs in the world of stories, not science. The real giants, like the blue whale and the giant squid, are incredible enough. We do not need to invent new ones. We have journeyed into a world of giants. The elusive giant squid, the colossal crocodile, the massive great white shark, the majestic blue whale. These animals are more than just curiosities. They are more than just monsters from a movie. They are a vital part of our planet's health and biodiversity. They are what we call indicator species. The presence of a giant anaconda tells us that the Amazon River is healthy and full of life. The sight of a blue whale mother and her calf tells us that our conservation efforts are working. Their survival is directly linked to the survival of their entire ecosystem. When these giants are in trouble, it is a warning sign for all of us. If the oceans become too polluted for blue whales, they will also be too polluted for the fish we eat. If we cut down the rainforests where anacondas live, we are also destroying a source of oxygen and medicine for the entire world. Protecting these giants is not just about saving one animal. It is about protecting the complex web of life that we all depend on. Their massive size makes them powerful symbols for conservation. They capture our attention and inspire us to act. The footage we have seen is a gift. It allows us to connect with animals we may never see in person. It replaces fear with fascination and ignorance with respect. When we see the intelligence in a giant squid's eye or the peaceful power of deep blue, it changes how we view the world. We begin to see these animals not as monsters to be feared, but as magnificent fellow inhabitants of Earth. This connection is the first step toward conservation. We only protect what we love, and we can only love what we understand. These films and photographs are a bridge to that understanding. So the next time you see a video of a giant creature, remember what it represents. It is a symbol of the wildness, mystery, and beauty that still exists in our world. It is a reminder of our responsibility to be good stewards of this planet. We must work to reduce pollution, fight climate change, and create protected areas where these giants can continue to thrive for generations to come. The giants are real and they are counting on us. Let's make sure that future generations can also look upon them with the same sense of wonder and awe that we feel today. Let's protect the giants. Protect the